What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I am reviewing Bowser's Fury, released alongside a re-release of Super Mario 3D World on the Nintendo Switch just a few years ago. Um, it's just a side piece to the game with a little bit different of a tone to it. As I said in the review of 3D World, a lot of people review 3D World and Bowser's Fury together. I chose not to. I was debating whether to or not because I wasn't 100% sure that I would get enough content out of Bowser's Fury to be able to talk about it in its own review. I wanted to do them separately from the get-go, but I was fully prepared to do them together just in case Bowser Fury just wasn't as much as I was hoping it would be. But thankfully, it gave me plenty of content to talk about. I think this is a very pleasantly surprising experience for me, I will say right now. And I can't wait to give my full thoughts on the game. Also, thank you once again to Ann Pomeroy for letting me borrow this game and giving me the chance to play it. So, let's jump right into the review, shall we? First off, if I was Mario, I wouldn't I wouldn't help Bowser Jr. I just wouldn't, especially at this point with everything that's going on with all the games and stuff like that. But Mario seems like a nicer guy than me. And he seems like a guy that can really never say no to a challenge. Let's be honest here, especially if it involves taking down Bowser. So, there you go. One thing I really liked about this game was the effortless segue into levels. You just walk through something and there's not even like a cut or like a loading screen or anything like that. You just go in and you do the level and then you're done. And it's really cool because you end up playing the same levels over and over and over again. You could play them up to 5 times to get the different cat shard, shrine things, whatever. So it's really cool that it's just effortless and it doesn't feel as tedious. And you don't even have to like necessarily go through a certain point either. You can go in multiple different angles. I think that's just awesome that they were able to do that. Also, I forgot to mention this in my 3D World review where you can like hold an item and then use it later. This game, this part, I'm going to call it its own game. This game takes it up a notch, and you can hold 5 of each type of item, up to 5 of each type of item in the game, which is great because you are going to need those items. There really isn't a penalty for dying. You lose 50 coins, but you don't want to lose like some progress or anything like that. You don't want to take your chances, and just having the items there, it also will help you to navigate certain pieces of the level. You're definitely there's definitely like certain areas that you can only do with a certain item. Or in a certain mode. So that's really, really cool that you can hold a bunch of them because you're going to get a bunch of them and you're going to want to be able to utilize them. So that's cool. And I said you lose coins. That feels like a ripoff of Sonic to me because that's what happens in Sonic because you lose your rings. This one you just do coins. But unlike Sonic, if you don't have any coins and you die, it doesn't do anything. Or you get hit, I guess. It doesn't do anything. You just continue, and the only incentive for coins is you get an item when you get 100 coins. There's no lives or anything like that, which is a nice take in my opinion. It makes it feel a little more relaxed, a little less stressful, a little bit more incentive to go bigger and try different things, explore more, do more stuff. It's really, really cool. In fact, sometimes it can be beneficial to die because that means the Bowser Fury timer resets and you don't have to deal with that while you're moving throughout the levels, and trying to collect everything you need to get to continue in the game. So that can be pretty cool too. The little evil Luigi thing is odd. I don't know if I mentioned that in 3D World, I don't remember. But it was weird, but it's fun. Cool thing to do. And speaking of Bowser Jr., I forgot to mention stuff about Bowser Jr., but like it's really cool that he can like help you out, and it adds a 2-player experience onto the game. I personally liked having help from Bowser Jr. because I really wanted to take my time and explore all the levels and try to get as many of the cat things as I possibly could. and just like look for them, where are the secrets and stuff like that. When you're trying to also deal with enemies or obstacles in the level, that can be kind of difficult. So it was nice to see Bowser Jr. and be able to help him out and stuff like that. I was kind of half excited. This is going to be a story spoiler here if you are not. I guess spoilers are always in my game reviews, so you've already been warned. But I was half expecting like Bowser Jr. to like turn on Mario at one point in the game, and to be like a trap to try and get Mario involved. But it wasn't, which I was kind of surprised about that. But it was nice, I was nice to not be correct for once about this game, because that's usually what it is. But it was just nice to see Bowser Jr. feeling bad for that and trying to help him out, which was really, really cool without it being like a super setup. But oh well. The music in this game is incredible. Like they did well in 3D World, and like Bowser's Fury, exact same thing. It really fits the mood well, because 3D World is a lot lighter, hard mood for the most part, whereas Bowser's Fury is very dark, menacing, and stuff like that. And so they do a good job at separating the music and really making them good, work well for each game. Really, really like that. So, and I gotta be honest, the Bowser fights in this game are incredible. When you fight the Fury Bowser, holy moly, these are incredible. Like the just overall epicness of the tone, and just smashing on them, and then you're big and you're fighting each other. Boom, 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 boom. It's so cool. I really, really liked it. Some of my more favorite boss battling in any Mario game, really. And it wasn't like a super difficult boss battle either, but it had a little bit extra challenge to it, which I think was a good medium between like super difficult or what we got in 3D World, for the most part in 3D World. But so that was nice. Speaking of 3D World, there's a lot of elements that they move over. Not really surprising at all. Nothing really super new either, though, as far as like items or like designs or stuff like that incorporated into the game. Except you do get to be the big cat, and use that to fight Bowser, and stuff like that. So that was really, really cool. I mean the final battle as well, when you're riding on I don't know who the guy is. The guy that you ride on the water. I don't know what his name is off the top of my head, but riding with him, that was pretty freaking epic. Okay. The only downside to that is the camera angle and having to adjust that manually, and not in like tie height situations. That also came into play when you're chasing down the rabbit guy across the water trying to get the cat thing. But it wasn't terrible. You get around it pretty quickly as long as you memorize the course that they take. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I was just very genuinely impressed about this game, and it really left me wanting more as well, because this game really could be a full-fledged game. It's a very short game. 3D World is pretty short too. You can beat it in about 6-7 hours probably if you know what you're doing. This game I beat in one sitting. The last time that I beat a game start to finish in one sitting, God, I don't even remember. Okay, I'm not counting like a fucking licensed children's game either here, people. Okay, that takes like a half an hour. I'm not counting those. I think the last true full-fledged game that I beat in one sitting was Erica, and that's because I streamed it. Actually, no, because I recorded it, and I felt like just doing it all in one go, and so yeah, that's really where I think that was a long time ago too that I played that game, but it was like crazy how like short this game is. It only took me like 2.5 hours to beat, and I did it again in one sitting. It has so much potential to become a more full-fledged game with more expansive story, because the story is definitely not great or not like super good. It's good. I would like a little more backstory as to why this happened to Bowser. I would like a little bit more level stuff and maybe a little bit more expansive story after like the beginning as well. Maybe Bowser Jr. does turn on you and you got to figure out what you got to do there, but that would kind of fuck up with the 2-player mode. So maybe they would have to figure that out. But this definitely could have been a more expansive, and it would have been really, really good. But I think even as like a side story game paired in with 3D World, it was excellent, and I was very, very genuinely surprised and blown away with how good this game was. I really was. It was great. Counting it as its own game, it was still probably third or fourth best 3D Mario game that I've ever played. Again, behind Odyssey and Galaxy for sure. You could really intertwine it with 3D World. I'm going to put 3D World ahead of it just because 3D World's the reason why this game pretty much exists. I just really wish that they would make a full version. And maybe they will. It hasn't been super long since this game came out. Maybe it would be nice to get a full-fledged game of it, so that would be pretty cool. My final thoughts for Bowser's Fury, really good. Really good. And my final score for the game, I'm going to have to give it a good 9 out of 10. Really, really good. Just short and really could be its own game. Really, really good. Come on, Nintendo. Come on, Nintendo. You're remaking all this really good stuff. You remade Thousand Year Door. You made Mario Wonder. You're making a good Peach game, which is already probably out at the time of this video coming up. Make Bowser's Fury a full-fledged game. Do it. Anyways, guys, if you've ever played Bowser's Fury, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. Till next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.